Millennials, God bless you, you're just not tough. I love you, but I could take your whole generation out with a jar of peanuts. All right? Because just not tough. We weren't allowed to have feelings. I remember once telling my father, I'm like, I'm cold. He was like, no, you're not. Okay, I guess I'm not. I don't know. We would do things like, you would have nicknames based on your flaws. I have a brother, To-Do. Yeah, because he used to play with a toilet paper roll all the time. You know, To-Do, 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 To-Do. We only let him play with that because he broke all our toys. Broke my Easy Bake Oven. You know what that is? Millennials, that's a little mini meth lab is what that is. Like, would explode, you'd get third-degree burns. He broke our Stretch Armstrong. That was indestructible. They showed the commercial, 2 trucks pulling it apart. That little To-Do broke it. And you know what came out of it? Ooze. Chernobyl, just slime. It was crazy. We had horrible toys back then. My son solved the Rubik's Cube. We had the Rubik's Cube, but I never solved it. Not for real. I did peel the stickers off and tell everybody. Sorry that I have to admit that now. Sorry. I just wanna. That generation grew up, you grew up with things to do. When you're in the car going somewhere, you're on your cell phones, your iPhones, you're playing on the iPad, you're watching DVDs. We had nothing in the back seat of the car, nothing. We used to make up games specifically to hit each other, right? If a Volkswagen Beetle passed your car and its headlight was out, someone was getting knocked out. Those were the rules. To-Do lost 2 teeth one summer. And my father yelled at him, you should have paid attention. You should have paid attention. Everything we did was about hitting each other. Remember a game called 2 for Flinching? See, if you were an only child, you missed out on this. This is where your brother or sister or whatever your siblings were, they all of a sudden developed ninja-like skills. They could hide on door jambs, right? They would, behind couches, they would jump out of nowhere. You'd just be walking along, and all of a sudden they would jump out and throw a punch at you and stop. Like just like millimeters from your face. And if you flinched, they'd punch you 2 more times. 2 for flinching. You're like 9 years old walking around like you have Vietnam flashbacks. See, you young kids think you invented the twerk, but we've been twerking for a long time. We just call it Twitch.
Keeping it real, that's a whole new thing. Everybody, I'm keeping it real, I'm keeping it real, I'm keeping it real. What's keeping it real? Most times somebody say you keep it real, run from that person, run. Get away from them. Because, you know, keeping it real, you just do the right thing. Everybody hood, I'm from the hood, I'm the hood, I'm the hood, I'm the hood. What's that mean? Everybody from the hood, everybody. The hood done moved away up, the valley. The valley's the hood now. I'm from the hood, I'm hood. Calabasas. West side, west. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, times are tight. We're gonna see people tripping talking about recession. Look, I'm 53 years old. We've been here before. This ain't new to us. We've been broke. It's y'all in your 20s like, what we gonna do? My iPod. I can't get the new iPod. Then sing. Learn the song and sing it. That's how you live broke. Don't be ashamed because you broke. Don't be walking around like you ashamed because you broke. People that look like they got money broke, just broke as you. Bro, they roll up on you in the car. You need a ride because they hope you got gas money. Why don't you ride with me? No, I insist. No, I insist. See, all this was not the government's fault. A lot of it was the government's fault, but we jacked up. We asked for way too much stuff. Way too much stuff. You got a job making $100 a year and bought a house for $3 million. Talk about, I don't know what happened with the payment. They changed it, the payment went up. It was $1 a month, it was $1 a month. And it changed after 6 months. Don't be stupid, man. Don't let people treat you like you're stupid. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. Like that man, Bernie Madoff, took what, 500 million? I can't even say it. How do you steal 500 million and be calm? I couldn't even fake it. Woo! How you doing? I got y'all money. I can't believe y'all gave me your money. It's gone. It's gone. How do you take 500 million? I knew there were no black folks because he's still alive. And I'm not talking about 500 million black people. I gave him $1,000. I gave him all my money. I saw people on TV. I lost everything. I lost 20 million. And you ain't at his house? I've been outside the gate. Bernie! I know there's some money. I'm going over the fence. You see me in the news. Sinbad went over the fence at Bernie Madoff's house. I'm gonna get my money back. I'm cheap. That's why I don't go to strip clubs. Lap dance, you better dance over there. I'm right here. I'm just here listening to the music. Make it rain, I'll hit you with a quarter.
I love my nieces. You know, they're young. They're millennials. I like the millennials. You know, I don't pick. I used to pick on millennials. Everyone will make fun of. I don't make fun of millennials because you know I felt guilty, right? Because they can't defend themselves. They have no defenses because they were raised with no predators. You know what I mean? So they never developed any natural defense mechanism. It's like a house cat outside. Right? It's got no claws, can't climb trees. You know, and I like them. They're good people. You know, but they sometimes I'll see one out in the wild. Right, and it's all by itself. It's off in the corner, right, and it's looking at its little screen, and it's sad because it doesn't have enough followers, right? And I walk up, and I make noise. Well, because you can't sneak up on them because they're used to the screen. They're not used to real. So I make noise, and then I go right up to them, and I smile, and I give them a trophy, and they feel better about themselves. They're like, oh, you participated, yes. I do joke about them, but I get it. They're upset, man. They got it rough. This first generation that probably won't live better than their parents, right? That sucks. They're the most overeducated, underemployed generation we've ever had. You know, I joke about coffee shops. You go to the coffee shop, person behind the counter has an advanced degree in English, right? Still can't spell your name, which I don't understand. But they ain't making enough to pay their student loans, and they're upset. And they care. That's the thing about them. They care. They're genuine. They're not like us greedy, materialistic generation, right? They care. Like I have one niece. She's like the super millennial. She's always on a cause, right? So now her thing, she wants to save the planet, right? She cares. She wants to. And I feel bad when I tell her that I don't really give a about the planet, right? Because for one thing, I don't have kids, so I'm not really worried about the next generation, right? And let's be honest. I'm a black man in my 50s. I got what, like 10 years left? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you say, no, statistically, that's black men die in their mid-60s. Everybody, oh, but you look great. You look healthy. Like, yeah, now, but you know, 10 years from now, like, man, what happened? He died. From what? Black. Some been black his whole life, man. Just caught up with him. We knew it was gonna happen. You know? And when I die, I hope they just let me rest. You know, whenever some event's going on and the dead person's there out there, like, well, he's there with us. No, I don't want to be there with you. I served my time. Just let me lay there dead. They're like, we all go into the game. Well, no, I'm not with you. I'm tired. I'll be resting. I'm sorry, I'm not planning on no long-ass life. Not with my health insurance. Every year, my premiums don't go up, my coverage goes down.
It's nice to see people actually laughing now. It's a hard time in this country. People are always saying, like, why do you think comics are having such a hard time? And you want to know why I think we are? Too many generations are alive at the same time. That's why. I'm not supposed to have to entertain all of you. Right? I'm supposed to pick a demographic and stay in my lane. But you guys want to come. There's so many. You got the greatest generations alive, baby boomer generations alive, Gen X, that's me, Gen Y, millennials, zennial. Get the hell out of here. It's ridiculous. I'm not supposed to go do a show and you show up with your kids. Look around. Some of you are here with your children. I don't even know my mother's first name. It's not fair. And listen, my sweet young millennials, I know you're a little sensitive, and I don't want to pick on you. I'm not picking on you. You have something that our generation will never have again: hope. They told you could be anything you wanted. That was completely different than our house. My brother told my father, I want to be an astronaut. He goes, you're too friggin' stupid. That's not mean, that's career advice, okay? And now stupid is a bad word. That's what my son's 11, he came home and he said, Mommy, the teacher told me stupid is a bad word. I said, tell your teacher Mommy's got to leave a lot of other words out. Stupid is staying in. Okay? Besides, I'd have nothing to call his father. That's my husband, I love him. You would love him too. I'll talk about him a little bit later. I married the hot kid from the slow class, all right? So, hey. I know who I am. I take care of me. I don't need him to do anything for me. Have sex with me and guard the perimeter. Know your role, all right? That's it. What do I need him for? Yeah, you want to talk about equal opportunity, that's when we talk about it. Now, I love the young generations. You do your marches, you do everything. You know, you go, oh, women, we support women. Of course I support women. How do you think that all these new young comics got here? All these broads that you've seen march out on stage, okay? That's how they got here. Just because I don't know how to knit a vagina hat doesn't mean I wasn't supporting women. Okay? Some of you say you support women and you're lying. You're lying. And you go, how do you know? Tammy, I'll tell you how, because I'm not just a comic, I'm a behavioral scientist. I watch people and then I talk about them at night. You lie and pretend you're supporting women, and I know you're lying because you'll take a little picture, even tonight, with your friends. Little selfies of yourselves, post it up on social media. And you only fix you. You leave your friend hanging. Oh my God, you look great. Did Shrek enjoy the comedy show? People can't handle it when you tell them the truth. I feel like Jack Nicholson half the time. You can't handle the truth. That's a problem. The problem nowadays is that life is tough. Stuff happens. My generation is getting old. I now go to the bathroom at the time I used to go out to nightclubs. Okay? I can't find the piece of paper I wrote all my passwords down. But I did write them in cursive, so there's that. There's that. Might want to be nice to an old person if you want to read the Declaration of Independence. Figure out what you're outraged about. You think I care? I know who I am. You have to know who you are. You understand? I know because in my house, I grew up, I'm 100% Sicilian. They didn't let you pretend. Thank you, the four of you that I'm probably related to. And I love my people, but Italian people are the worst because there's always one old Italian lady who is miserable. You could tell her, I solved cancer, I cured cancer. Meh. That was my grandma. My grandfather, now he was my best friend. The day before I got married, my grandfather showed up. I opened up the door, he goes, hey, Tam, today is the best day of your life. I said, but Pop, I get married tomorrow. He goes, I know, today is the best day. Listen, for me, it worked out. My cousin, not so much. She's living with me, right? Because her husband was taking pictures of his penis and sending them to random broads. Not random broads. I mean, they were specific. That'd be funny if he was just like airdropping them. See, there's the difference in generations. When I say airdrop, the young people, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The old people are picturing 8x10 glossies of a penis with a little parachute tied on it, being tossed out of a World War II bomber like sexual propaganda or something. That's everybody sexualized now. Don't worry about those penis pictures. I'm sure there's an Amish dude right now tracing it on a piece of parchment somewhere. He's got the candle behind him to get the proper glow. He's got his quill dipping it in the inkwell. Then he's got to roll it up like a scroll and trot it to his girl's house. He knocks on the door. Hearest thou go with Rebecca? Rebecca unrolls it and she can't churn butter correctly for a week. Don't worry, they're not here and they're not going to be watching either, so get over it. Get over it. I'm tired. Just tired all the time. That's what the one thing, the youth, you have energy to have sex and all your fun little things you do, like your threesomes, whatever. I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you, if there was another woman in bed with my husband and I'd be like, you got this covered? Because I got stuff to do. All right? I'm busy. Make me a sandwich before you leave, too, all right? Because I am not gluten-free. I don't know when all that stuff happened. Gluten, peanut allergies. And stop yourself. I know peanut allergies are real. I know it's a real thing. My brother had a peanut allergy in the 80s, okay? Back in the 80s, you know what my parents did? Nothing. Not a damn thing. They're like, you want that Snickers or not? So what if you swell? You don't go to school till Monday. You think they would have spent $800 on an EpiPen when it only cost $400 to have a new baby at the hospital? Do the math. The old math, not this new stupid math that they try to tell you. I can't take it anymore, and I'm telling you, like, sometimes I feel sorry for my husband because I'm always on edge, but the fact of the matter is, we don't argue over much anymore, okay? Want to know what we argue about? A lot of people have talked about this. We argue over the GPS. He will listen to that GPS as if it was Moses coming down off the mountain. If it said turn left into the ocean, he would turn left into the ocean. Hey, maybe it's a shortcut. We're submerged right now. He's like, you're just jealous. You're jealous that I listen to her. I am jealous. I'm jealous she's somewhere else and I'm in the fucking car with him. That's what I am jealous of. That's what I'm jealous of. I want that broad's life. I'll tell you, here's the other thing we argue about. He snores and he doesn't believe me. If somebody who shares a pillow with you tells you that you snore, believe them. Why would I make that up? Now it's a game. Now I gotta prove to him. Now I'm a documentarian. I gotta film him, right? Like I'm looking for a Yeti in the Andes. This is ridiculous. Why would I make that up? I'm in the business of words. I'd make up something way more fantastical. Be like, you know what you do while you sleep? It's the weirdest thing. You juggle. Yeah, I know. I heard this noise. Boom, boom, boom. I opened my eyes, pillows hitting the ceiling in a rhythmic formation. It's ridiculous. Listen, I love him. I'm not going anywhere. And that fact was tested a couple years ago. He got sick. Really sick. He's okay now. But at the time when he got sick, we Googled it on WebMD and we thought for sure he was dying. Right? And he said to me, he goes, if something happens to me, I want you to know you can get married again. I was like, oh my. I didn't even want to get married this time. What are the odds I get knocked up at this age? So I said, what do you mean? Like, he's testing me. You realize that, right? When he tells me I can get married again, he's testing me to see if I'm loyal. Of course I'm loyal. I'm a 3 a.m. friend. I will show up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a shovel and bail money, no questions asked, okay? That's who I am. But he's testing, well, I get so mad he's testing me, because what am I supposed to say to you can get married again? Huh? Oh, can I have Frank's number in case you're in a coma? So I gave him the answer that I knew he needed, all right? Because that's who I am. I love this man. This is the light of my life. I told him, I said, listen, no matter what happens to you, as long as I walk this earth, there will never be another man who gets to call me his wife. And you could tell he was relieved. I said, but I will bang a lot of people.